It's your girl, Sharika Cherie. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube. Today is just a video, a how-to video of how to do lashes. It's highly requested. So I'm gonna give you 5 steps on how to apply lashes like these. These are the exact lashes that we are applying today. So if you wanna know how to apply these lashes that I have on right now, go ahead and continue watching. Whoa, before we continue, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Basically in this video, I'm going to show you how to apply false lashes within 5 steps. 5 simple, very easy steps. You should be a professional after this video. And if you're not, just give yourself some time to practice. But that's just that. So I'm going to actually start with a pair of lashes from Mose Luxe collection. Yeah, Mose Luxe collection. So these are 25mm. I love 25mm. They just give you a different look. Actually, you could start with whatever pair of lashes that you have. You don't have to have no expensive lashes. You don't have to have, you can start with a pair from the corner store, the beauty supply, the dollar store, wherever. The only thing I probably wouldn't recommend is getting like those plastic ones. I think it's just a personal preference for me. I don't like those ones. I don't know. So they come in a package like this. I've already pulled the package out. What I started doing was using my tweezers to get them out. So I'll show y'all the correct way to actually do it. I usually cut my ends off towards the end. So I always try to start at the end, take my sharpest point, just go in there and grab the end. Because if you mess up, that's just gonna be an end you already cutting. And once you get it, just kind of like pull it out. But I always just leave it at the end and pull it from the end. So I'm gonna lay this back here so we can know which eyelash side that goes on. And I'm gonna do the other one the same complete way. Grab it and then just pull it out. Alright, so I already have makeup on and eyeliner, as you can tell. The only thing that I did not do that, I'm trying to wait for it to focus. Okay, we focused in. That makes a big difference is when you're wearing makeup, I always use a dark eyeliner, or eyeliner pencil, and I get under my eyelashes. It's always good to be on top, but I also get under. And I just take it and I just color it in. Now it is a little like, if your eyes irritate quick, then maybe don't do this step. But you know, if they don't, do this step. Especially if you just do it like right there in the inner, it makes a big difference. I feel like my eyeliner is, it was wavering or something. Let me touch up my eyeliner real quick. First thing, step number 1 is you always have to measure your eyelashes, like, and especially when you're dealing with like the 25mm's. Let me get mine. So when you're dealing with the 25mm's, you always need to measure them because look how long they are. So this is step number 1. We're gonna measure our eyelashes. Just look how long they are. All right. So what I like to do, take my tweezers in the middle and just lay it on there as if I was applying it. Just to see how big they are. See, y'all can see these is really big. If you do not measure it, 2 things can happen if you don't cut it as you measure it to fit your eyelashes. The inner corner could irritate you, and then the outer corner could look like it's just falling because it could be so heavy. And then when you actually look, if you have hair falling over it, it's gonna like weigh down on your eyelashes. It's just not gonna be a nice look. These are actually like not too long for me. So what I'm gonna do is, I like it, I'm gonna get my scissors, and I just have like some little scissors that I use for my eyebrows, but you can definitely use any scissors. And this extra little piece right here in the inside, I'm gonna just cut it off. It's no eyelash attached to it. So what I'm gonna do is like one whole piece where the hair is inserted, I'm gonna cut that off. So this is how much I cut off. It's just like, yeah. So then I'm gonna go back in after I've cut that off, and I'm gonna lay it back on top to make sure that is like a good look for me. And it's still a little, y'all see that part while I'm talking? Let me go in and see. It's still a little full, so I'm gonna take a little bit more on the end off. And this time I'm only gonna cut half. Also, the pieces that y'all are taking off, I advise y'all to save these because these are good to glue on at the bottom for bottom lashes. So I'm gonna take about half of a full hair off of here. So y'all can see I only took off that little amount. Let me see, yeah, so I only took off this much. So let's see, I'm gonna go back in and measure it now to make sure that this is gonna give me a, and voila, I like it. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, I like it, it's perfect, because if it's too much on the end, like I say, it's gonna weigh down, it's not gonna look good. So these are pretty much shaped the same, so I don't have to measure them to know how much to cut off, because I'm just gonna cut off about 1.5. So I'm gonna start cutting off the inner part too. Then I'm gonna do it exactly the same way. I'm gonna cut a full one off. So that's the full one. And then I'm gonna cut a half off. And when I say full and half, if you look at the eyelashes, you're able to see that the hairs are inserted in, like, you know, different parts. Like, it's broken down, like this is a full length of an insert. There's different inserts. So I just cut a full insert off or a half of an insert off. So in this case, I've cut it a full and a half. So you can take your lashes at this point and put them together just to make sure that they are the same length. And in this case, they are. So this is the lashes together, sitting on top of each other, excuse me. All right, so these are pretty wispy. I don't really have to do nothing to these lashes. I already really like these lashes, and they're brand new, so they don't need any maintenance. So on that area, we're good. The only thing that I would say do is, if your eyelash, okay, so step number 2, make sure your eyelashes are like tamed. So of course I have makeup on, and you can see a little bit of my eyeshadow on my real lashes. So I'm going in with mascara just to tame them. And even if you don't have on makeup, you still want to go in and tame your eyelashes just so they don't be like running all over the place. Okay. So as I was doing that, I noticed that I want to add some more eyeliner right up in here. Okay, so the eyelash glue that I am using is Duo Glue. So this is step number 3. Is we're gonna apply the glue. I'm going to let you know now, how you apply the glue is how your eyelashes are gonna lay. So make sure that you apply the glue the way you want your eyelashes to lay. I've seen people apply it on the top, middle, and bottom. Me, I like my eyelashes to lay natural, no matter if they're extra big eyelashes or extra little eyelashes. I still want them to lay natural. So when I say natural, I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. Hold on. So if you look at your natural eyelashes, they come out, they kind of go like, either they go straight or they go down a little bit and then they curl up. So this is the same way. So I make sure that when I lay my eyelashes, I want them to lay straight like this. So when you look at how you want it to lay, you could tell where you would like your glue to go. So I always put my glue on the bottom of the strip. This is the strip. The strip is what connects all the hair. So my glue will go on the bottom and it could seep onto the middle. I don't ever put it on the top, ever. So we're gonna open our glue. I like this Duo glue. This is Duo Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive White Clear. It does go on blue white, but it dries clear, and I like it because of the applicator, and then it dries really quick. So this is where we're putting, you see I'm putting it on at the bottom. So I'm just going all the way across. Another trick that I do to keep my lashes on longer is at the corners where they tend to lift, I put a little extra. So I'm gonna put a little extra right here. Then I go and I look and I'm like, okay, I want to put a little bit in the middle, just dab a little bit of glue in the middle. And sometimes if you do it right and put it in the middle, it could like seep to the bottom. So it's all about technique, but I would advise to start from the bottom. With your tweezers, you want to make sure that they're not sticky, that there's nothing sticking to them. Sometimes I clean my eyelashes with them, so, but it's because if so, once you lay this down, it's stuck on here, it's gonna pull back off. So you want to make sure you have a clear tweezer. So what I do with my tweezers is I like to place them in the middle directly under the band. So now that we have the glue on, step number 4 is we're gonna actually apply the eyelash. So I put my tweezers right in the middle of the band so you guys can see. I want you to see how I'm gripping it. Okay. I'm gonna take a mirror. Any compact mirror will do. I actually have a mirror right in front of me, so I could use this mirror. Anything you can look down into. The best way to apply your eyelash is to look down into the mirror. So this is a mirror here. I'm actually gonna hold the mirror like this. Take my eyelash and I'm gonna sit it directly on top of take my false eyelash and I'm gonna sit it directly on top of my eyelash. So the spot that I'm aiming to put it in is actually the spot in between my real eyelashes and my eyeliner. That's gonna be a perfect spot to lay it in. So remind you, I'm looking down in my mirror. I'm holding it in the middle for support and I'm pushing it directly there. So I let it go once I feel it attached to my eyelid, and then I just push the outer corner on, and then I'm gonna go in and push the inner corner on. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with my hand now to secure. And what I like to do is I like to look to make sure that it is on correctly on the top and the bottom. And in this case it is. If you see a little extra glue, it's because it's actually drying, so you got to give it some time to dry. So I'm gonna give that some time to dry. So as this one is drying, we'll go ahead and apply our other one. I'm not gonna go in super detail like I did with it, so y'all could kind of just watch me. And I'm doing everything the same as I apply the eyelash glue. Now, in order for you to be able to apply it in the time I applied it, you would need this eyelash glue. Different eyelash glues set differently. So just make sure that the eyelash glue is tacky. Regardless of whichever one you use, it just needs to be tacky before you apply it. Again, I'm gonna take my tweezers. So another little thing I want to tell you guys is you have to apply it the exact same way if you want both of them to look the same. You can't apply one like the glue in the middle and then it's coming down, and the glue at the top and the other one, because they're gonna look completely different. And so you want to make sure you're applying them the same way. So again, I'm gonna take my mirror and I'm gonna look down into my mirror, and I'm gonna sit it directly on top of my eyes. Now for me, this one is trickier than my other one. It's so much easier. But you're actually able to feel the glue. So before I let this dry, I'm gonna look in this mirror to make sure that they do look even, which they don't. So I'm gonna pull this one in some. Once it's dry, you will have to start like all the way over. So, all right, so I pulled that one in some. I'm liking the results. I'm liking the results. I'm just pressing it down to make sure I'm looking directly ahead, like, okay, lashes. Now sometimes with the 25 mm, they just kind of do their own thing too. So sometimes you can apply them the same and then they look a little different, but as long as they don't look like cousins, then they're good. You know, if they look like sisters, all right, you onto something, But This one isn't dry yet, but this one is. So the fifth and final step to make sure that they look good is you want to go in and you want to make sure that they're all the way attached to your eyelashes. So what I'll do is I'll take my tweezers, never go directly in, I always go from the side, and then I just press them together. Now you want to make sure the glue is dry, because if the glue is not dry, then it's gonna pull them off. So, you know, like even right now it's not all the way dry, but it's dry enough. So as you can see, it's attached. That one isn't attached yet, so we're good. And that's how you apply false eyelashes. That's just that. And once that one dry, you know, we'll get it cracking. So this is, if you like how-to videos like this, let your girl know. I'll make way more how-to videos. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And it's ReRe. I'll see y'all in my next video.